What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Critical Overlord here. So we're going to be talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer in this video here again today, more specifically the revival sequel series Buffy the Vampire Slayer New Sunnydale, which is currently shooting out in Los Angeles. We know Ryan Kira Armstrong will be our leading Slayer this time around, while Sarah Michelle Gellar returns as Buffy Summers in a recurring role. And now Jeff Snyder's rumor from last weekend has been confirmed from Deadline and other reputable trades. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Buffy's role, because that's been mentioned in this report, and some other new casting that's come out confirming some of the characters I've talked about in the past couple of videos. So, Chase Wonders has been cast in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which we know is going to be airing on Hulu whenever that decides to air. I'm predicting still they'll do something for the 30th anniversary in 2027, so that's when this show will air. So it says Deadline has confirmed Wonders will play Shirley in what we hear is a one-off guest starring role in the pilot being directed by Oscar-winning filmmaker Chloe Zhao. Shirley is believed to be a vampire. This will mark a reunion for Gellar and Wonders, who shared credits in the I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot. Then another report came out from Deadline specifying this from Chase as she addressed joining this project. Sarah Michelle Gellar is just such a force to be reckoned with. We became fast friends on I Know What You Did Last Summer. She's an incredible woman and just a cool person, and she asked me if I wanted to do it. Then she told me about Chloe Zhao directing and Nora and Lila Zuckerman showrunning, and then Eric Kasak, who is actually our editor on the studio, is also editing the Buffy series. And then she said this about playing Shirley. She didn't say much because she remained tight-lipped, but she said, what I can say is that it's a very fun way to enter the series, and Gellar is on set every day. From as soon as we start to when we wrap, she's very hands-on. I'm going to come back to this comment since it correlates to those recent photos with Sarah. Now, since signing on, Wonders said she had dived deep into the Buffyverse. I've watched the entirety of the original series, so I'm really living inside Sunnydale at the moment. It's very cool and surreal to see young Sarah Michelle just be a total badass, which I knew, but it's cool to see that she's been a badass for a long time. It's the dream to bring back a show like this, to have someone who was there day in and day out, and through the origin of the series, be the consultant. She's the on-set consultant for all kinds of things, like how do you react to these type of vampires, or how does someone react to a bite, and all the lore she just got stored in her brain, so it's very helpful. Trust me when I say this, Shirley should have a lot of memorable moments. Perhaps we'll get an attack at a library. That's all I will say. Something very spike-coded, but a lot of stuff could change between now and when this episode airs. Guest starring as a vampire usually leads to dust, but maybe she gets the Spike treatment and not Sunday. A lot can change between now and when the pilot airs. As for what Shirley looks like, from what I know, she's supposed to be from old Sunnydale, so clothing should be a bit dated, maybe 2003-ish, and there's definitely an intent to keep the iconic morphing faces that we're accustomed to if you're a fan of that series, that universe. They're trying to keep that for this new series. Shirley is just one half, though, so we need to know who plays Jack, because Jack and Shirley are supposed to be a tag team-like dynamic, which I bet we'll find out rather soon. As I've mentioned, these two give off major Darla and Luke vibes, not necessarily in their behavior, but the dynamic of it all and their motivations definitely scream Darla and Luke from Welcome to the Hellmouth and The Harvest. I'm glad I was on the right track with my last video, because I just couldn't see Sarah getting chased for anything but Shirley. Shirley at this point is all but guaranteed to be Monster of the Week, along with Jack. And we know that there's some other big bad that's going to be established in this pilot. Now, this report today also confirmed Buffy's role a bit further. I've been sharing this on Twitter before, but Deadline reports this new Buffy reboot sequel is what it actually is. It's not a reboot, but that's like a loose word everybody uses these days. It's not a reboot. This new Buffy follows Buffy Summers as she trains high school student Nova to be the new Vampire Slayer. So Buffy in a Giles role. Surprise, surprise. Honestly, this is just probably going to be more of what we saw in season 7. Lots of the mission is what matters talk, some motivational monologues, nights out in the cemetery, and all the stuff I loved about Buffy's material in season 7. What's going to be different is this new girl probably won't be as annoying to watch due to her already being activated, and I'm assuming Nova will have already established herself a bit in the field prior to Buffy getting into the mix. Buffy will just come in and try to fine-tune and look after this young girl, and through looking after this young girl, she'll find a new love for Slane all over again, because remember, she's supposed to have gotten into this mindset that Slane ruined her life, and I'm imagining that her helping Nova is going to help her grow out of that mindset. Now, Chase's comments about Sarah being on set every day should put an end to the rumor that those photos of her are for bad summer people. A rumor that spawned because apparently costuming is so important we need to lie to cope. Look, if those photos were from bad summer people, why is Chloe Zhao visible in this clip circulating online? And why hasn't there been a report of Sarah shooting that show, but we have reports of Buffy filming in LA and a star now saying she's been there every day almost? Those photos were not for bad summer people. And if they were, I mean, they're doing a good job fooling me. I mean, because you had Chloe Zhao there. What is she doing there? Is she working on that project and I don't know about that? Yeah, that's a lot of cope that I'm seeing online. That's Buffy. That's her attire, and she will wear something else when it's time to slay. Buffy working insurance isn't that big of a deal and probably a career concocted for comedic purposes when considering the amount of claims I'm sure Joyce filed after Buffy had brawls in her home, on all those windows she smashed and the door constantly being broken. Come on now. It's got to be something they concocted for joking purposes. We also got this report confirming some of the characters I revealed recently, so scoop confirmed there for these next few. So Maren Dungy, Audrey H., because they're both named Audrey here, and Audrey Grace Marshall have been cast in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot, which has a pilot ordered at Hulu. They will be guest stars in the pilot, with the characters conceived as recurring if the project goes to series. Dungy will play Miss LaDuca, the college counselor at New Sunnydale Academy. H and Marshall play Kiko and Jessica, respectively, high school students and members of the Academy's evangelical Christian group. Now, LaDuca really wants Nova to have more curricular activities, but as I previously mentioned, a health issue for Nova might make that problematic. Those other two, Kiko and Jessica, should sound familiar. All of these names should sound familiar if you've been watching my videos. But these two should sound familiar because I previously stated those names belong to Gracie's other Christian friends. There's something Gracie experiences in this pilot that causes her to lose touch with this group, I assume, and that's how she becomes a Scooby. I'm really eager to see how Buffy Summers gets intertwined in all of this. Like, what exactly will bring her to Sunnydale? Are they going to find a way to contact her on social media or something? Or is some type of insurance claim going to convince her, okay, I'll go out to Sunnydale, see what's going on, and she'll cross paths with Nova and decide to stick around? Well, let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, of course, make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, name this video. In the description, I have links to my social media accounts. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can message me there, of course. Let me know if there are any movies, news, or reviews you'd like me to cover in the future. And with all that in mind, guys, I will see you in the next video.